Hey guys, it's Spaces Sims, and we are back with more Cupid Parasite. Continuing Jupiter's route, we will probably get the ending. Well, we are, because I think we just hit into his chapter, the sweet and spicy ending chapter. So we're going to do that. We didn't finish it in the last part, and the last part was a little bit short. So if you're seeing this, then that means this video is at least 30 minutes long, or close enough to, and I'm not going to put them together and make a super long part. We're just going to make two sort of shorter parts. I mean, the other one was like 50 some odd minutes or whatever, a little less than an hour, and then whatever. So as long as this one is like 25 to 30 minutes, we'll be fine. So if you're seeing this, then that's what is happening, obviously. So anyway, jumping back into it, probably going to get our sweet and spicy end today. The eruptions continued for weeks. The Earth's surface cracked open. Mountains were leveled. Sea levels rose and dropped, continually altering the landscape. Many things happened during this process of rebirth. The seawater changed, the air changed. There were times when it didn't harbor life. Continents merged and separated. There were ice ages alongside periods of extreme heat. During this time, the gods continued to send celestial energy to Earth, which we used to repair the planet. Could you not attack me? After over tens of thousands of years, the Earth was finally restored. It's been tens of thousands of years? Jesus! You know what? This is kind of amazing. It's finally over. Earth had regained its original atmosphere, and the quality of life had returned to what it was before. Jupiter and I sighed in relief. Thank goodness! Both humans and animals can thrive in this environment. Yes, it's finally stabilized. We've accomplished a major feat. Well done, both of you. You did well. I heard the voices of the other 12 Olympians through my divine artifact. Were they, on other planets for tens of thousands of years? Everyone, thank goodness you're all well. Of course we are. I even have much strength to spare. I heard the familiar tones of their voices. Jupiter and I exchanged a glance and chuckled. I suppose it felt like hours to them, but you know what I mean? You'd think because you don't sleep, time would go so much longer. You know what I mean? But we're not done yet. All's not yet as it should be. Mars, Venus, Minerva, apologies, but I need you back in Celestia immediately. We have to wake up those in heaven. Everyone else, remain on standby. We may need more celestial energy during the repair. Understood. I'll return soon. Gather in my chamber. Got it. With that, we closed our communications for the moment. Then we made our way to Auntie's chamber and found the other three already there. Phew! It's been ages, hasn't it? A century, maybe? It's been tens of thousands of years. Oh, has it been that long already? This is so fucked up that time doesn't Venus, your beauty is as eternal as ever. No, you look even more beautiful now. Oh, my beloved Venus. I mean, that's gotta be hard. You've been away from your wife for tens of thousands of years. Oh, Mars, you look even more buff now. Mom, Dad, and Auntie hadn't changed a bit. My parents shared an embrace right in front of us. Auntie looked unimpressed. You two never change. If you ask me, I see some fine wrinkles on Venus. What did you say? My beauty is forever unchanging. I would never get a wrinkle. You're just seeing things, Minerva. Oh, but the eyes of a goddess of wisdom can see all. Seems like the air on planet Venus was bad for your skin, you poor thing. And you're still as rude as ever. That's why you never got that golden apple. What? That golden apple has nothing to do with this. You've always been so... So about the repairing of Earth, do we start with the structures, or do we return the animals first? I butted in before they could start fighting. Even the way they fought was the same as ever. Oh, sorry, Cupid. Maybe we should start with the buildings. Otherwise, Lost York is still a jungle. I see. And then let me start adjusting the terrain. Over the next century, Jupiter surveyed the human realm to check its current state. Then, he froze. Oh, no. What's wrong? Well, even though civilization has returned to normal, the continents have shifted dramatically. Huh? Oh, wow, it's so different! Los York equals Los Angeles plus New York. So, like, are they trying to say it shifted into what we know now? Because that looks a little more like what we know now. Just curvy and, you know, kind of drawn from memory. You're like, it's kind of something like this. It's a little kind of something in these things. It's not exact, but... You're right. Oh, some parts are the same, but Los York is completely different now. We used volcanic eruptions to warm up the Earth. This led to the formation of new continents and tectonic shifts. He's right. No matter how much I looked it over, the shape of the continents were completely different from the maps we knew. Given these changes, I wondered how we would rebuild civilization at what it was before. So what's the plan? Well, there are some remnants of civilization here and there. I was thinking of starting with that. Los York changed the most. It's as if it's been split into two. I love the fact that they have been like, that's how there's Los Angeles and New York. They're two different things because of this shit. You know what? You know what? I'm buying it. Okay, good for that. Okay, all right. This game's ridiculous. I love it. Oh, you're right. Batol Tower and Sillywood Mountain were much further apart than I recalled. I'm shocked that Batol Tower is still standing. I wonder how it was constructed, aliens. Other structures had crumbled, but Batol Tower retained its shape. Human technology was truly remarkable. Well, you can't help the stuff that's already changed. Let's just make the place with that building Los York. Huh? But if you do that, it'll be so far from Sillywood. Crunch Canyon too. What do we do about this? Oh, I don't know why I read Venus as fucking Mars. I just saw the red and went with it, and I forgot he's gray with the red line underneath. Oh my god. Those are really good impressions. Anyway, Crunch Canyon too. What do we do about this? There we go, that's better. I considered moving the lands closer together, but even Mars, can't move continents that easily. It can't be helped. Let's just shrink Los York then. Shrink it? Yes, it'll fit just right. It makes restoration easier too. But that would mean... We looked at the shape of the continents and thought about all of the Los York's familiar locations. They just made America. Los York was home to many iconic places and sights from my cherished memories, like the Christmas market at Los York Park, or Toymes Square, where fireworks lit up the sky on New Year's, and Batol Tower, where we went bungee jumping. I was so attached to the memories I had of these places that I couldn't bear removing any of them. I can't do it. I can't just eliminate these places for efficient restoration. But it's not gonna fit. You either have to reduce it or change the placement. Change the placement? I know! Then how about making 2 Los Yorks? 2 Los Yorks? What do you mean by that? We'll make another town just like Los York. Oh, but if they have the same name, it'll be confusing. Well, no, that's not the case. It depends on the state. How about something like Old Los York and New Los York? I see. We can preserve everything that way. That's a good plan. Great! Having an Old Los York and New Los York would place iconic sites in different locations, but at least nothing would be lost with this solution. I mean, that's why there's New York. We don't call it Old York, it's just York. You know, but whatever. So which site is gonna have what? We have plenty of materials, so restoring the structures will be easy. I don't know why Minerva's voice is lost on me right now. Hold on. I have no idea. Like, I can't do her voice. It's becoming Venus. I don't know. Whatever. Auntie laid out the architectural data that she had had archived. She smiled while reviewing the construction techniques and even the details of how much each structure had degraded with age. As she surveyed the aging patterns, I realized something. Designing locations based on new and old didn't capture the essence of Lost York. The city's charm lied in its blend of the old with the new, where diverse values and trends coexisted. Oh, hold on a second. Instead of calling it New Lost York, how about calling it New York? New York. I just love how this is how New York and California work. Oh, only the cities, not the states. How the fuck does that? But whatever, that doesn't matter. And the other location will be Los Angeles? Los Angeles. Well, Los Angeles, but like, if I remembered correctly, it meant the angels in Spanish. The humans were currently still sleeping in heaven, just like angels. I wanted to continue to watch over them. That was why I picked that name. I love this. This is fucking absurd and ridiculous, but it's great. But in this world where the Earth revolved around the sun, it was Lost York. But now where the Earth is the center of the universe, everything revolves around the Earth, it's New York and Los Angeles. But New York is also a state, not just a city. So I'm assuming they mean, but like, New York is a state. Manhattan is this, like, well, it's more like the burb, isn't it? What, I don't know. Now my brain is broken, but like, I guess we're talking about the city. Like, you know, well, Manhattan's an island, isn't it? Yeah. But you're talking about, like, anyway, my brain is broken. I can't brain right now. I was born in fucking New York. Not in the city, though. But, like, I guess we're just thinking of the, like, but then, what about the other state? And Crunch Canyon will be in, well, not Las Vegas. Las Vegas exists here. So where is Crunch Canyon, technically? So it's supposed to be, like, the Grand Canyon, I guess? Like, Crunch Canyon will still be Crunch Canyon, and whatever. What was Las Vegas? Las Venus or something? Whatever. Los Angeles and New York. Jupiter closed his eyes and repeated the names. Then he smiled. It's like the states don't exist. Those are good names. Really? Yes. Yeah, I think they're great. Wonderful. And then we shall divide Lost York into 2 cities and restore them. Yeah. I'll start making the blueprints then. Mars, Venus, I need you to get materials. Very well. Sure thing, but don't tell me what to do. Bickering aside, everyone pitched in to restore civilization on Earth. This is ridiculous. I love it, though. The plan had been set into motion. I'm off now. Oh, we're coming too. Hurry up, Mars. Yes, let's go together, my love, my Venus. See you later. The gods used the Advent tree to descend to Earth's surface. Now then, we need to get to work, too. Yes, we should hurry. While Auntie, Mom, and Dad went to the surface to build new structures, Jupiter and I remained in Celestia. Yet even with our divine powers, this task seemed insurmountable. The Earth was so vast. I thought about how long it would take. I wonder how long this will take. I thought about how long it would take. I wonder how long this will take. You didn't have to... Game. Well, it's not just restoration. There will be alterations and repairs. I have no idea how long it will take either. But the atmosphere is finally stabilizing. I want to start working on structures. I'll have the angels help. Jupiter used his divine artifact to awaken the angels. I listened to the sounds of their wings as they dispersed toward the earth. The angels were agents of the gods. They brought blessings upon humans as they flew about. That was how we began rebuilding the earth. The scenery that was so special to us finally started to reveal itself, although in a different way. Lost York Park became Central Park. Silver Silvergate Bridge was now known as the Golden Gate Bridge, passing over a narrow strait. Oh my god, because it's golden instead of silver. Oh my god, this is so fucking absurd how they're like, see what we did? And you're like, no, we knew. We knew what the Silvergate Bridge was supposed to be. The places from our memories had their names and locations altered as they were rebuilt. And then, once the landscape was entirely restored, we allowed the animals and humans to gradually repopulate the surface with minor tweaks to their memories. The living beings that were sheltered in heaven had finally returned to the earth, and they don't know it's been tens of thousands of years. They were completely oblivious to the fact that they'd been dormant for tens of thousands of years. Okay. I didn't have to say it, the game did. Huh? I felt a weird sensation as if I had suddenly woken up. Was that a dream? For some reason, it felt as if it'd been a long time since I'd been awake. It was snowing, and she was working so hard. What an odd dream. Hey, Gil! Long time no see! I spotted someone familiar running over to me. It was Hollywood star Raoul Aconite. Not Sillywood, Hollywood. Raoul, it's unusual to see you in New York. Raoul was always in Los Angeles filming movies, and when I sounded surprised, he gave me that usual smile. Yeah, I heard on the Golden Apple that there's going to be an autograph session for celestial bodies and gods, so here I am. Isn't it strange? The book's about the connections between planets and gods. You know, like Mars and Jupiter. Oh, now that you mention it, it's not like all the 12 Olympians have planets as names, like Juno. Yeah, exactly. There's also gods that... Look, it's Shelby and Ryuki! I turned in the direction Raoul was pointing. I saw Shelby in a rush and wearing a suit, and Ryuki walking his dog. Panting. Hey, Kagura, don't run! Woof, woof, woof! Oh, come on. Why are you so hyper today? I guess it did get a lot warmer. Could you imagine, like, wasn't it a blizzard yesterday and now it's sunny and I live in Wait. Shelby and Ryuki, how have you both been? Hey, Raoul, Gil. I didn't expect to see you both. Especially you, Raoul, in New York. Yeah, so are you two out for a walk? We bumped into each other here. I was walking Kagura and I wanted to observe the latest fashion trends. The trends in Los Angeles and New York are so different, and maybe I should launch clothing lines for both of them. I've decided to stay fit by walking to work from now on. I'm running over to my next meeting now. I feel like I've been out of shape. Oh, that's odd. I've also been feeling out of shape. I was using the bike share recently. Alan would remember. Oh, Alan! You surprised me. Hey, how are things with you all? He's checking in. I just saw you the other day. I was crying, so you guys held a chocolate fondue party for me on Valentine's Day. Don't you remember? Huh. Yeah, I remember. It feels just like it's been longer since we last caught up. Well, I think I know what you mean. Parasite 5 reunion. If only Peter were here, it'd be the Parasite 6. Speaking of Peter, he called me. He wants me to design a wedding dress. Wedding dress? Yeah, he's planning a ceremony. It's gonna be a Cupid core. Phew! Everything's fine today as well. That day I was watching the human realm from the spring in Celestia. Life went on for humans without them knowing that the world had changed. Some people had retained some of their previous memories, causing some confusion about the existence of Los Angeles and New York. But the angels were working overtime to keep these inconsistencies in check. It's the Mandela effect. Spacey, there you are. Jupiter! Is something wrong? Yes. Well, I wanted to talk to you about something personal. Talk about something personal with you. Sorry. Something personal? Yes, well, you see, Easter is coming up. Easter, the festival of rebirth. That reminded me of something. I recalled the promise we made before we rebuilt the world. I can read. The promise we'd do something around this time. Oh, we promised we'd do something. I swear I can. Read, I swear I can. Oh, right. Even though it was tens of thousands of years ago, I remembered that promise like it was yesterday, because it felt like yesterday. It happened when the Earth was still frozen. Back then we made that one warm promise. The wedding ceremony, right? I'd gone through numerous preparations for a wedding ceremony before. Before the earth froze, we tried to hold the ceremony, but... Yeah, I'm glad you remembered. Jupiter smiled with relief as he placed his hand gently on my shoulder. We restored human life during the same season they went to sleep, so we can pick up where we left off with the wedding preparations. But there's one detail I wanted to discuss. What detail? Well, I was wondering if you'd like to pick a new wedding dress. Jupiter held out his smartphone. On the screen were various designs for wedding dresses. What's this? Don't you remember? Ryuki and Shelby launched a new brand called Juno's Dress. Oh, right. They started that brand after sealing Zeus, didn't they? Yes. And I just remembered, so I contacted them to ask if they could design a wedding dress for you. You already called them? I like how these men are making decisions for me. What the fuck? But also, it's kind of cute. But also, what the fuck? But it's kind of sweet. Sorry. I was so eager to see you in a new wedding dress that I got ahead of myself and... Anyway, they said there were new designs for the spring season, so they sent me these drafts. So these dresses on the screen must have been those designs. Our original plan was for me to wear my divine artifact as my wedding dress. At that time, I just recently inherited the divine artifact, so I'd made the decision without giving it too much thought. However, so much had happened since then, and the divine artifact no longer felt new. That was why Jupiter had thought it would be nice to get me a new wedding dress. I mean, see, it's sweet. It was our own official wedding ceremony. Such an important occasion deserved a fresh dress. I knew that must have been what he was thinking. I see. Well, all of these designs are beautiful. I swear to God, I can read. I can't speak, though. Really? You like them? Yeah, they're all breathtaking. You're right, Jupiter. It's our wedding. I want to wear a new dress, too. Thank goodness. Well, I thought that this one in particular might look good on you. Jupiter pointed at a certain dress with a big smile on his face. We decided to adopt this human tradition of holding a wedding ceremony. It was a piece of human culture that had almost been lost to time, but now that Earth had been restored, we were reviving it. That was why I wanted us to enjoy this wedding to our heart's content. This dress is so cute. Then we'll need to pick out a tuxedo for you too, Jupiter. Gee! Tuxedo? Well, we were going to wear our divine artifacts initially, right? His divine artifact is like a spear. I think he should wear more than that. But also, I wouldn't be complaining. But everybody else at the wedding might be. But if I'm wearing a new dress, then our attire should match. I'd love to see Peter in a matching tuxedo. I see. A tuxedo, huh? Lost in thought, Jupiter looked down before breaking into a gentle smile. I see. Then let's do that. I'd also like to experience wearing this tuxedo you speak of. Yay! I wonder what design would suit you. There's actually lots of color variations for tuxedos, you know? The two of us looked through the design drafts and catalogs. It reminded me of the time we were interning as bridal advisors at Cupid Corps. Back then, we regularly met to find the perfect wedding plans for clients. Only a few days remained until our ceremony. It was brimming with anticipation. And finally, the day of the wedding ceremony had arrived. We held it on the same day as Easter, the festival of rebirth. In the wedding chapel, illuminated by sunlight, we held hands. Thank you all for gathering here today. We opted for a secular ceremony. In front of our friends, we pledged our commitment to one another. Among those present were Mom, Dad, and our fellow gods, as well as the cherished friends we'd made in the human realm. I swear before all assembled here to nurture a loving family for all of eternity. I swear that come what may, we shall face it together and live our days in harmony and joy. My love for you will never falter. We shall love and cherish each other. That's our vow as husband and wife. After we exchanged our vows, applause filled the air. Congratulations, both of you! Congratulations. Congrats. Congratulations. I'll be sure to build your temple. Poor Gil. I feel so bad for him. Well, that sounds like fun. Let me do it with you, Gil. Maybe I should help too. I'm glad. Congratulations to both of you.
Yes, I hope you'll be happy for all of eternity.
Ugh, no matter what happens, you'll always be my daughter.
Yeah, Cupid, you'll always be my niece forever and ever.
Thank you, everyone. Peter looks so happy to receive everyone's blessing. You know the last CG is going to have to pop up and it's going to be them in their wedding attire because we're not even seeing sprites of them, so... He'd spent 2,500 years hiding his anxiety and loneliness as the leader of the gods, but that ended when we began living together. He protected humanity not once, but twice from the threats of Zeus. He saved them, guided them. He even devoted tens of thousands of years to the reconstruction of civilization on Earth. And now, with everyone's blessing, we had become husband and wife once more. I'm so thankful that everyone came. The sentiment touched my heart. Initially, we intended to have a private wedding. The 12 Olympians had decided that gods and humans should not interact. But once we requested the dress, our friends had figured it all out. There was no choice but to allow everyone to attend the ceremony.
The bride and groom may now exit.
Owen, our MC, announced our departure as the chapel doors swung open. Once we stepped through that door, we would return to Celestia. The ceremony shouldn't have been allowed, but for us, an exception had been made. That was why we hadn't planned a post-ceremony party. The ceremony was our final farewell. Although I felt reluctant to leave the human realm, I stepped forward.
All right, everyone, here goes.
Okay! Suddenly, the Parasite 5 rose from their seats and surrounded us.
Huh?
Stay still.
Gee!
Raoul seized us both, placing us onto structures resembling portable shrines from Japanese festivals. The entire Parasite 5 hoisted us up.
Ready?
Go!
What?
What's gonna happen?
The wedding's not over yet. It's Easter.
They carried us around in a festive mood. Do we get to see the CG of this? There we go. Oh my god, it's beautiful. Oh, it's adorable. And our dress is so cute. Like, you could barely see it, but it looks more like an Easter dress than a wedding dress, and he looks like he's wearing an Easter tux. I love it. And the colors are all pastel and Easter colored. It's adorable. Aww. But he's Peter, not Jupiter. But he's got his hair all braided up on the side. I like it. It's cute. Actually, he's kind of like a little bit of both, because Peter usually had his hair kind of like... And like, this is more like Jupiter braiding his hair up on the side. So he's kind of like a combo of both. Congratulations on your marriage! We ended up at the Cupid Core office, a place from our memories. What is this? You mentioned there'd be no reception, so we prepared a surprise party. I got approval from President Shelby. The whole office is decorated. That's why it looks like the hallway in the whatever from Cupid Core. It's your wedding, after all. It calls for a grand celebration.
It would have been sad if you just left after the ceremony. We're friends, right?
Again, Lovecraft, the friend. You said it yourself and took damage on your own.
Don't emphasize the friend part. I'm no thieving parasite. I won't do anything weird. And neither should you, Alan.
I'm not gonna hit on a god. I'm a demon after all.
Ugh, you people. This is supposed to be festive. Can you two not bicker for once?
We're not bickering. Yeah, they're falling in love.
Anyway, Jupiter and Juno, you're both gods, so we assumed you'd leave right after the ceremony. But weddings are a once-in-a-lifetime event. Why not just take it easy for a while longer?
You guys.
Not only did you attend, but you did all this for us. I never would have expected it. Thank you. I do appreciate it, fellow humans.
Peter smiled happily. His joy was contagious. Those smiles spread like flowers blooming. That brings back memories. Peter saying fellow humans again. I wonder what he meant when he first said it. Yeah, they interned just a few years ago, but I remember it clearly. Remember when Peter broke the shredder?
Sorry. Back then I really didn't know my way around things.
We never had such a unique intern. That's why we did everything we could to prepare for this day. Let us celebrate with you.
Oh, I helped out with the cooking and decorations. Here are your Easter eggs. Everyone painted it together.
That mechanical-looking one was designed by Gil. I painted this egg.
I painted this one. It has the symbol of resurrection.
This is mine, the Jupiter and Juno style Easter egg.
That's adorable. All the Easter eggs were so different in color and design. Our friends' unique personalities showed through their eggs. I was so happy to see everyone back to life. Everyone had been asleep for tens of thousands of years, but now it was as if they'd hatched once more.
Thank you, everyone. I never thought this day would come. And to be celebrated by humans, it was something I never thought I'd get to experience directly.
Gods were expected to protect humans. Although we worked tirelessly for them, humans nowadays didn't typically worship the gods. We knew that protecting the earth was a thankless job. Even so, there were humans who had loved and respected us. They were our friends, standing beside us as equals.
This makes me so happy.
Yeah, I feel the same.
I truly am the luckiest man alive.
Peter accepted the Easter eggs and smiled sincerely, revealing his deep, genuine happiness. This year's Easter was not just a festival of rebirth, but a festival to celebrate the restoration of the planet and human life. But only the gods were aware of this truth. Hand in hand, the gods and humans shared their blessings. The joy of rebirth, the coming of spring, the happiness of being together with loved ones. This moment was one that we would cherish always. I knew that I'd never forget it. Even after tens of thousands of years, it would remain close to my heart. Oh, sweet and spicy end. Yeah, well, it was adorable. And I like it. Bravo. No, don't play songs. Cool. Okay. Gallery. Hey, Shelby, this ain't about you. Ain't about you either, Gil. Oh, that's Raoul's. There we go. There's Peter. Like the guy. Oh. Yeah. Beautiful. Look at this. I liked it. I'm glad they didn't do the whole, we lose our powers and become human. I actually like that you were like, okay, we're going to say, and then they just went fucking batshit with it. They were like, let's go completely off the motherfucking rail. That's what I've come to expect from Cupid Parasite. That's what we got in the initial game. That's what we expect from this, is just the off the motherfucking rails. Where all of a sudden it's like, we created a transfer car. Like, you know what I mean? Like this, we're like, tens of thousands of years, and now now it's New York and Los Angeles, and you're like, and everything revolves around Earth, and okay. You know what? I'm buying it. I'm here for it. Oh, good Lord. Sir, you need to put that away. Actually, don't, though. Keep going. Oh, this one's beautiful. And then there's one without me. Look at that! That's perfect. Like, there you go, bye! It's just him. No, I mean, it looks beautiful with her in it. That's a good one. This one is like, I'm sorry, this is a spicy CG. I'm just saying, like, good God. There's underboob. Like, they're getting, like, into it. Literally. That's good, too. And then there are the mountains. You know what it is? I kind of like the way they did the volcanoes. They're kind of pretty. It was just those two versions, yeah. And then this is adorable. This one's so sweet. And I think that's the last... Yeah, okay. I mean, God, he's beautiful in his CGs. And this one, he just looks so solemn and sad. And then this one's ridiculous. You know, this one is like... He's channeling a little bit of Alan with the possessed eyes, but I like the fact that his eyes are... Well, his eye is, like, glowing. And then it's like... ripping off everything. Hi. That one's beautiful. It's hard to choose. This one is so good. This is going to be one of ours. This should be the one. You know what? Let's just leave this one. This one's so fucking good.
It's hot. It's ridiculously sexy. Okay? All around. Like, good God. This should have been the Listen. I don't know if we have a CG. We get a CG in our sweet end and in our spicy end. We know that the spicy end CG. Okay, and that's the next part, so. Okay. Well, anyway. This is a shorter part than normal, so. Anyway, yeah. Kind of glad I decided to leave it as, like, last part and this part is, like, two separate ones. I could use a little bit of a buffer, I'm not gonna lie. So, like, I could have put them together and then it's, like, an hour and, like, 30, it's gonna be done for 20 plus minutes. Two parts, perfect. Anyway. So yeah, we will do our other endings in the next part. We'll do the sweet end first and then do the spicy end this way. If you want to skip the spicy end, you can just you get the sweet end. Oh, okay, that's cute. And then you know where to skip forward and then get to the end if you want to, but see what CG we end on, or if you want to see the CGs. Or you just go, you know what? I saw the CG from the sweet end. I don't want to see the rest, and you don't want to watch, then you don't have to. You know what I mean? I won't subject you to that. You don't have. I'm going to play it. I'm going to subject myself to it. But if you guys want to, like, peace out and you don't want to see that ending, you do not have to be there for that. I will fully understand if you were traumatized and you want to skip out. But anyway, we'll do those ones next. I'm gonna not do those tonight. I'm probably gonna play our other game and give myself a break so I don't have to subject myself to that today. It means I have to tomorrow. Okay, yeah. And then I might have to do it tomorrow evening so then I can drink. I don't know. But anyway, I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.